how do you taper off your sexuality in a way that says, this is my safe space while being curious, while enjoying all the things that can happen with a really good time? Do you feel like you are limited in any way? Like you can't go this far because you're not married?
Well, here's the thing. When I meet a guy, I really get to know that guy.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So before I maybe cross the line with you and go that far, you know what I'm saying? I don't know you more than 5 years. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going there with you maybe the first year or 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You know, because unless you don't already took your test. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's
your test, your HIV, your herpes, you know what I'm saying? And then we grown.
Right.
So let's have fun, but I know we safe.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Of course.
So, but you can't just go there with everybody.
Right.
You
right.
know?
But see, the thing is this. I know that when I am open and very sexual, I'm not in a space where I'm thinking about limits or thinking, oh, I don't want to, you know, like, is it a difference of sucking dick and you're going like, you know, just regular, or you like going in, you're making noises, you got fucking spit all over your face. Like it's a total different thing. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think that before I was with Buddha, I feel like I was just fucking, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't, you know, it wasn't this energy. So for me, my question for you is, how do you stay within that rim, right?
Because everybody don't get their dick sucked.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all guys don't need everybody pussy. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like I select who dick I want to suck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just me.
Right.
I'm just speaking for me. You know what I'm saying? You got some that suck everybody dick. That ain't me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I've always had the thinking when it came to dick sucking, I don't like putting things in my mouth that are not mine. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
Like if this is just a sexual act, like a one night stand, yeah, you never are gonna get your dick anywhere close to my face.
See, I have never had a one night stand.
Really? They're amazing. It's an amazing good time.
I have never had a one night stand. I'm gonna be 50 coming up,
girl.
So, and I have never had a threesome. But hey, I don't knock anybody who has. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fun time too.
But I just feel like, hey, mine's is good enough to just, you know what I'm saying? You just need me in a room, boo.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? You don't need nobody else.
I feel the same way. However, it's almost like a bucket list of sex, right? Like I want, for a long time before I ever did it, because I would watch porn and I would see these girls like getting all over the face, right? I ain't gonna lie. It looks very novel, right? It's not something I'm gonna let a random dude do.
Right.
But I'm definitely willing to, like, you know, get a spray down every now and then. You know, I'm cool with that, right? Just because I want my husband to be able to be as nasty as he want to be, and I want to be as nasty as I want to be. Sometimes I don't even really feel like doing it, but I talk a good game, like, fucking nut in my face. In my mind, I'm going, boy, your dick ain't leaving this pussy, okay? Because I'm tired and I need to go to bed. Okay. But it's really good, though. But I don't have all the engines tonight, right? So I feel as though with me being married, it allows for me to really enjoy the canvas of sex.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But when I was single, it was, first off, I didn't even know these things existed. Let me just say, and keep in mind, this was 20 years ago. Okay. In all honesty. But from what I knew, I did not feel comfortable, like, just like you said, sucking everybody's dick. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, if I don't know your name, why is your penis in my mouth? Exactly. No.
Here's my thing. I may date a guy for 10 years. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Because I want to get to know you. Girl. I want to really get to know you. Okay? I want to know when your bank account low, how you act. You know what I'm saying? I want to know how you react when you got death in your family. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
I want to know, you know what I'm saying, when your car done broke down, how you going to react. You see what I'm saying? The first 6 months or the first year, you put on
your representative.
Okay. And they used to say the first 3 months. Mm-hmm. It's the first year. That first year, you put on that representative. You hear what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. After that year, it's hard to kind of hold on to that representative. You see what I'm saying? Because stuff happen in life.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So I want to know how you react when stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to beat my ass? Are you going to attempt to beat my ass?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you going to run out when stuff get rough?
Right.
And dip out? You know what I'm saying? I want you to keep your own place. You ain't moving in with me. Stay in your own place. You know what I'm saying? Because I want you to have your own shit. You see what I'm saying? Have your own. Have your own. Your own car, your job. You know what I'm saying? What's somewhere to live? You know what I'm saying? I don't want you coming in
no. Your house. She said no.
At my house, you have to pay bills. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I've been paying bills and paying rent since I was 19 years old.
I know. So
you coming in saying you can pay my rent don't impress me.
Okay.
Because I've been doing this since I was 19.
Right.
All right. Come with somebody else. You going to buy me a house?
Right. Some big boy talk.
Okay. You going to buy me a car and put it in my name?
Right.
Cash. Right. That's what I'm talking about. Pay for my car full.
I know.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about coming in and paying my rent. Because I've been paying it since I was 19. I can do for myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I do pretty well for myself.
Right.
And so I don't need that. I love the fact of marriage. You see what I'm saying? But I just haven't met anyone to convince me that I am him. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? It is insanely funny to me what you just said. I had another guest on here, and that's what the wording that he said, and women just felt like, oh my God. But when you really think about marriage, you do need to be convinced. Just because we don't come out as women and say, convince me that, but at the same time, you're still looking for him to show up in a certain way. You're still looking for him to show up and provide for himself, not even outside of you.
Right.
So all of these things, and a lot of times women, until they get married and then divorce, have your thinking.
Well, I ain't never been married.
Right.
But I have been engaged, but I ain't never been married. You see what I'm saying? But my thing is, I want you to be able to handle your finances. Yes. You see what I'm saying? Yes. Because if we get together and something happened, can you take on my finances and yours?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't need you telling me, well, baby, I'm need for you to go maybe get out here and DoorDash, which I'm going to get my hustle on anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if I don't got hurt or somewhere, I can't go out and DoorDash. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can you hold me down so I can get back on my feet?
Right. But these are real questions that a lot of times I think women don't want to ask because they don't want, because it can come off like, well, damn, it can come off like,
you a gold digger?
Yeah, it can
come. I get that all the time.
Yeah,
I get and it's not. But I don't got it all my life.
And what I try to explain to people is, if I'm asking about your money for your sake, it's not about me. I'm fine. I'm making sure that money isn't going to break us. Me and Buddha have argued about so many different things. We have never argued about money.
And I don't want to.
I'm not arguing about money. Me and him had the same focus when we got together. Me and him was laying in the bed. I looked at him. I say, yo, you want to move to Atlanta? He was like, I think I do. I think, yeah, that would be cool. Shit, I ain't doing nothing in Alabama. We came here. My father had group homes. We worked in the group homes. I went to DFACS and we just began to build. We stayed in the projects together. We shared. I remember we didn't have enough money to get a fucking 2 meals from Taco Bell. We shared a Mexican pizza.
Okay. Y'all build together.
Girl, in that moment.
And grew together. You see what I'm saying?
Every house we've ever been got a little bit better. And I remember telling him like, bro, I'm really working hard. He was like, yeah, I'm working hard too. We're going to get this thing. Don't worry. One day we're going to be able to fly and do whatever we want to do. And I'm just listening. I'm like, shut the fuck up, just whatever. And I remember when it started happening, he was like, see what I told you. And it felt good, but I didn't know that. I had no idea what Buddha's finances were. I just liked him. Let's just be honest. I got very lucky. somebody that is so grounded when it comes to finances and so grounded when it comes to building and all of these different things. I got lucky with that. I didn't even think what you were thinking about. I wasn't. And think about it. Most women don't.
Well, like I said, I've been paying bills since I was 19. You see what I'm saying? My bills.
Right.
Since I was 19. Okay? Ain't nobody came in and paid no rent for me. You see what I'm saying? I don't had a couple good ones. Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't pay rent. I ain't gonna tell that story. To pay rent a couple times. You know what I'm saying? But I still want you to have your own place. Right. Because show me that you can take care of yourself. Correct. That you can hold down your own place. Right. You know what I'm saying? Why hold down? I know I can hold down mine. I've been doing it. Right. You know, and I ain't gonna say it's been easy. Right. But I've been doing it. Yep. Okay. Yep. With my child. Right. You see what I'm saying? But, I need to know that you can take care of yourself. Yeah. Because I can take care of me. And then when we come together, 2 incomes are always better than one. Yes, indeed. You see what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Then we can be a powerhouse together. Yep. Yep. Jay-Z and a Beyonce. All right? I love my Virgo sister. Ow. Okay.
You had mentioned that people have looked at you like a gold digger. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about that.
Because, I'm straight up when it comes to about the money. Yeah. I ain't finna sugarcoat it to you about the money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really materialistic, but I like nice things. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. I don't have to have a Louis Vuitton purse. Nah, I like a Louis Vuitton purse. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to have one. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I like nice things. You know what I'm saying? I like nice things. I want a nice home. Nice furniture. You know what I'm saying? I like nice things. But I don't have to be all caught up in, you know what I'm saying, everything name brand in my
Gucci
house.
out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree. I
can go to Tuesday morning, find me some nice stuff and decorate my house or home. Girl. What is it? At home.
Look.
Okay, so long as I'm real easy. I'm real easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm real easy and simple. You know what I'm saying? I don't like a lot of confusion. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I like to have fun and live.
Well,
and have great sex.
So do I.
Okay. So and I want someone that's
tell the truth. Don't hold it back. Say it.
I want somebody that's freaky as hell.
Okay. The nastier the better. Look how she looked at me. She said,
"Can I say it?"
Go ahead, say it, girl. Tell me what you want to say it with your chest.
Blessed Jesus. Lick all hoes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, I'm nosy, so you have had your ass tossed before.
Oh, I love it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Jesus.
It's fun.
Ooh, precious. Gotta make me sweat over here.
Look, listen, okay? There's a freedom in owning your sexuality.
Yes.
It's a freedom in knowing the lane you're in, not trying to merge, just staying steady on that path. Hey. It's a freedom in it,
Hey. Yes, that's me. And when I find someone that's just as free as I am, baby, we have a 1970s party.
Oh,
we dress up in everything, baby. We have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
You said dress up in everything?
We have a great time. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, I remember me and Buddha was in Jamaica and we was on the porch. And I told him, I said, you remember what we did on that porch? He was like, boy, you showed out there.
Come on now.
Girl, I had the time of my life, okay?
All right.
I didn't remember that I was 40 until the next morning when I woke up and I said, I rebuke you. Oh. Like, what is happening here?
Come on.
What?
Tarzan and James.
What?
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Girl, I was all over them people damn porch.
Baby, you want to swing from the trees, baby? What you want to do?
I said, is this what I can do forever? Mm-hmm. And I mean, like... Look, yes. Okay? Yes. So, look, it's so funny because when men walk up to me, I be thinking like, first off, I don't know your sweat ratio. I don't know how you moan. I don't know if you're going to be this big overbearing man that's sweating on the top of my forehead. Yeah. Oh, that's the most disgusting disgusting thing. Oh my God, that's the quickest way to get ejected out of my vagina. Yes. Oh my God, please. Oh,
I said little things can turn me off.
You understand?
You know what I'm saying?
Or when you don't know how to like talk to a woman in the middle of like, I remember this guy. I would drive all the way from Alabama to Georgia, and he would kiss me, and I could smell his spit at the bottom of my lip. And I was thinking, I'm never fucking you again. And somehow I ended up back there. Doesn't matter how, but I did it again. I wasn't really worried about the spit this time as much as I was worried about the dumbass shit he was saying in my ear. How good this feels to you?
But you just
give me the pussy.
But see, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. That right there will turn me off. Don't be a no jackrabbit on me.
Listen, like I see it. I remember being 20 something, and I was like, oh my God, and it was just this, and I was thinking like,
that ain't gonna work for me.
What is happening here? Now I'm 20 some years old, so I'm thinking this is what sex is, right? But the words that he was saying, I knew that was just the wackest shit ever, and I couldn't do it. I was thinking like, at one point I just put my hand over his mouth, like, don't say nothing else. Like, please stop talking now. It was terrible. And I just, and at that moment is when I realized how important for me dirty talking was, how important it is for you to give me words and tell me things. Like, Buddha makes certain noises and says certain things that he could just be on the phone with me, and I'm sitting there like, I cannot wait. Oh my God. Sometimes I don't even wait. I just, have a good time on myself, and then I re-up with him later. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm telling you, he gives a hell of a, what I like to call beat material. Like, for real. I be sitting there going,
that pressure.
Girl. But to remember where I came from, I was like, yeah. So to find him, it was an easy choice. I was like, it's bullshit.
You was lucky.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
I haven't been that lucky.
Girl, I treat that dick and that man like he is the luckiest motherfucker ever.
Okay.
Okay? For good reason.
Because, baby, you got someone like me that's looking for somebody.
Girl.
You see what I'm saying? That's looking for someone that
can fill all those things that you need filled. That is financial. That's your coochie. That's your everything about you. Like, that will fill it out, right?
Yes, Lord.
And let me tell you, there is men out there that are willing and ready for that. But the reality is, it's okay. So let me tell you the truth. This is the truth. I believe that those men are out there. It is a very small fraction of men, because now you got to keep in mind, not only does he have to accept you in and you accept him in, he got to explain you and your mentality and how you are and all these other things. You see what I'm saying? Not to say that, you're somebody that he has to, beg people to do, but there is some acceptance of family that has to happen, right? Mm-hmm. And so you are just like I was. I was a very hard sell, because it's like, damn, she outside, boy. I remember one of his guy friends told him, he was like, you sure? I couldn't get mad about that because I was outside. Mm-hmm. I knew what I was going to do. Mm-hmm. I knew that I was going to treat my husband like he is just the best thing out here, because I never want to treat him like I've treated anybody else.
Exactly.
He has to be different.
Exactly.
For me, it has to make sense. If my marriage has to be something that is untouchable. It has to be for me, because it can't just be no willy-nilly shit, because I'm a piss on that. I'm just going to tell you the truth. That's just how I'm wired.
I need you to have a backbone. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need you to have a backbone. I don't need for me to be where I'm able to talk to you any kind of way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I will, but, just being a pushover. I don't need that. I need a man to just tell me, girl, sit your head down somewhere.
Right.